you know, you complain about playing on Thursday night, or I did, but it's in the back of your mind. But if you win, it's a great deal because now you had a chance. Players get 3 days off and come back and practice tonight. So it was a pretty big deal for us to get out of Cookeville with a win. I thought the first half we played really well. 28-3. And I thought Jared Neal, I believe it was 16 of 20 in the first half, and some big plays. So we controlled things in the first half. Second half, give them credit. They made some adjustments, and then we had penalties, and then we turned the ball over twice, and one of those turnovers fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line. So one more touchdown, you may have a chance probably to win that game going away. They made a game up in the second half, but still, 3-1 on the road. One loss being to Boise State. So I think our kids up to this point did a great job on the road. Now we move to this week. We got to protect our home. We got to win at home, and got a big opponent coming in this week.
Last year, that game in Cookeville was kind of a backbreaker. It almost looked like a deja vu, sort of watching it. But you were able to escape. That's got to help you carry some momentum, and knowing that you took their best shot this year and you actually came out with it.
Yeah. I always felt like, and if those that were there at the game, we had the game under control. Really did. It just felt different this year than it did last year, especially defensively. We're just a better defensive team this year than we were the last part of the season last year. So, no, it feel totally different from that. Our kids expected to win. You could tell in the locker room after the game. I mean, every win is big, but it was more of a relief. Job well done on the road than it was, say, versus Chattanooga or Central Arkansas. And I'm sure this week, if we played well, there'll be, locker rooms are different when the kids turn on the tape and see the type of opponent that it just is. From a coach's standpoint, it's not. I mean, every game is grinded out, and then you get the win and get back on the bus. But the players know what they're playing against each week.
Based on quarterback who played Thursday night, what would you give him a grade on?
First half did some really good things. That's the first game that started and played the whole game, start to finish. And so got a little bit rattled in the third quarter, and he'll learn from those things. You give him a B. One, he got the win. Two, what was it, 20 of 27 or 29, something like that.
26, something like
that. Yeah, 200 something yards.
And no interceptions.
No interceptions. So we can win with that effort. We can win with that effort. You hope to. And that was a game. Dylan was banged up. Hope to get Dylan back this week. We'll practice them both, and you got kind of two different plans, and then you go forward.
That was going to be my next question. What is sort of what's Dylan's status right now?
Well, it just was too sore from another night, and so he needed the week off, and he'll come back in today, and today be light practice, maybe give him one more day off, and try to get him back tomorrow.
The OVC tweeted out a couple days ago the early playoff predictions.
Mm-hmm.
They had EIU in deservedly. They had Tennessee State in. They had Chattanooga in that you beat on the road, but they didn't have UT Martin in. Is that some fuel going into this week?
Yeah.
Or?
No, not yet. Not yet. That Jacksonville State game set us back. So we're not even thinking about that. I mean, the big thing is, Tennessee State turned the tape on the number one defense in the country. They're giving up 13 points a game. Were they first probably rushing in the league too? They got, I can understand they're 6-1. They're 3 points from being 7-0. I think by far they're the best team we played. I think Boise out of the mix is the best team we played at this point for sure.
But if you get a win over them, that should put y'all up there in the playoff run.
Mathematically, no question. Then you look and you still got 5 games left. And you still got EKU, and you got EIU, and you got way early for anybody, I would imagine.
It really only gets tougher from this point.
Yeah, it does. You played 6 games up, halfway through the season. You got 6 left, and we're good enough to good enough to win them all, but you also don't play well, play smart, and then it could be a long second half of the season. So it's just about today.
For you being an offensive-minded coach, how are you going to attack their defense this weekend?
I don't know. Looking for suggestions. They're good. They got a good scheme. They challenge you to get in your face. They load the box. They dare you to run the ball. You can't run the ball. I mean, from a mathematical standpoint, they have enough hats, and then they cover on the outside. You got to find some different wrinkles that you do well, and try to figure out a way to manipulate some yards. But to think that you're going to go 4 times, you're going to go 80 yards, it's not going to happen. Okay, so you got to have some turnovers. You got to play good on special teams. You got to get some short fields. It's just about points. It's not about yards. They're not going to give up a whole bunch of yards. You got to kind of treat it like an NFL game to a certain extent, and play some field positions, and then hope it's a 40-play touchdown drive, not an 80-play.
So whoever's under center taking the snaps just needs to manage the game.
To a certain extent, and that's always the case for us. But yet you got to make the plays when they're there. They're only going to give you. It's kind of like being a hitter going against a good pitcher, right? You're probably only going to get one good pitch to hit in that at bat, and they're kind of like that. Each series, you're only going to get one time for that back to make the right cut, or that receiver to make the catch, quarterback to make the throw. If you miss it, then you better get your punt team ready, because and that's what they've done at this point. They've done a great job. Really impressed with Ron's team.
You think your receiver is going to be the key to this game?
No, I don't. I don't. I think the offensive line, to be honest with you, because you can't throw the ball 50 times against somebody. They years back, they rush the passer. You're going to have to be balanced. I mean, you're fooling yourself. You think you're going to throw it that many times, because they'll go dime personnel, bring in 6 DBs, and then those defensive line stance change, and they're able to rush up the field, and you got no chance if you get a bunch of sacks or negative plays. You got no chance.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.